Good evening to you, friends. Greg and Liz here with you. So with the WAFBI team, there is fallout tonight after that rare interview with the Department of Corrections, where the second in command admitted he wasn't completely answering some tough questions about inmate deaths at Elayn Hunt.
It comes after 6 inmates have died since September. New numbers show perhaps an even bigger problem. Our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto, is here with new reporting tonight. Chris.
Good evening, Liz and Greg. Advocate Tanja Miles says she's worked with the Department of Corrections to address addiction in prisons for nearly 2 decades. With unexpected inmates dying and vague answers from the state on how to fix it, she's demanding accountability and action.
And something needs to be done, because this is not just a public health issue. It's a public safety issue.
Tanja Miles is fuming tonight over a lack of answers tied to overdose deaths that continue happening at state-run prisons.
Acknowledge there is a problem, sir, and let us all work together to fix it.
Because without even acknowledging there's a problem, you can't fix the problem.
It's just like in recovery. They tell you if you don't acknowledge you have a challenge, well, you're probably never going to get help.
Miles is referring to an interview with the Deputy Secretary of the Department of Corrections, who was vague, answering questions about 6 unexpected deaths at Elayn Hunt. Do you believe there's a problem at Hunt right now with 6 unexpected deaths since September?
So I think that anytime there's a death, you want to look at it. Death happens. Death happens, outside facilities as it does inside facilities. Over these last several months, there has been the 6, and it is an area that is being looked into.
Can you be a little more specific? Because that's a really vague answer.
Yeah, it is. One of the things that typically comes up is OD or contraband as a whole.
The answer was vague because Deputy Secretary Derek Ellis told us the problem is complex, with many of the investigations ongoing. Tonight, Miles says she believes most of the 15 unexpected deaths that are under investigation will likely be overdoses. She says she knows this because she's been working with the Department of Corrections for the past 18 years, with inmates who have addictions, and trying to help curb the introduction of drugs into the facilities.
So I was outraged when I saw the story, because in the past I had knew that there had been more drug overdose deaths that were happening. And the fact that it's happening so rapidly and consistently, that is a red flag. That's a red alarm.
In fact, the state's own data shows at state-run prisons there have been 115 overdose deaths in the last 6 years. Keep in mind, that doesn't include numbers from this year.
But too many people are dying, and to say that, there's no toxicology report that's being, that they're waiting on, then if you're waiting on that, then what's the problem? Because clearly there are some evidence-based practices that are not happening for this many people to end up dying at this rate.
All of this is a no-go for Miles, who says not enough is being done to address what is causing these unexpected deaths in the first place.
Leadership is a hard thing, but at the end of the day, if it happens on your watch, then you need to be accountable.
The Deputy Secretary of Corrections did tell us they are performing additional searches and shakedowns following the deaths. The warden over the facility did submit paperwork with his intent to retire this upcoming February. For the WAFBI team, I'm Chris Nakamoto. Greg, Liz.